I welcome you all beautiful damsels to this buffet organized by the Lebanese ambassador to Nigeria, Ambassador Ali Hissasi, for Nigerian models en route Lebanon for the first Nigerian Lebanese fashion show. You're all wonderful people. A big round of applause for yourselves. Well, ladies, the ambassador is about to enter with his half Lebanese and half Nigerian wife, Saran, and his son, Kasim. May we rise. A big round of applause for them as they enter. Ambassador, you're welcome. As I was saying, Ambassador Ali Hissasi is a Lebanese ambassador to Nigeria. Since his tenure, he has used a great deal of his time and energy in strengthening the bilateral relationship between Nigeria and his country in order to buttress his love for Nigeria. You can see that he married a Nigerian wife, even if this is very much evident on the kid, Kazim. Like when I was introducing him to you, I told you that the wife is half Lebanese and half Nigerian. This is exactly the dream of our amiable ambassador, Ali Hissasi. A big round of applause for him. Comfortable? Eat whatever you want to eat.
Let's go to bed.
Well, let me just finish this.
But I've been waiting for you since in bed.
Okay, come. Oh. Stay ahead. Hello? Yeah, good evening. Jesus wept. The Lebanese ambassador? Listen to me. Put your best men on the job. Do you understand that? Put your best men on the job. I'm coming immediately.
Has something terrible happened to one of the ambassadors?
Yeah. The Lebanese ambassador's son has just been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? Jesus! The same song we had after several days of childlessness. Honey? Oh, that's okay.
Open the gate, quickly!
Transfer. Where's the position? We've barricaded the entire area and we've stopped movement in and out of the premises. This way, sir.
Your Excellency, do you have any enemies? I mean, people who might want to hurt you or hurt your family. Right now, in your mind, who do you think might be responsible for this act?
Actually, right now I can't think of anybody who might want to hurt my family.
We have no enemies. I'm an ambassador. Beside the diplomacy work, I find time to get involved in little else.
Well, what little else do you get involved in?
My family, spend some time with my wife and son, maybe attend one social function or the other. Nothing else.
Well, Your Excellency, when I ask you to accept my sympathy, I must also point out to you that this is an embarrassment to us. I am sure the President will want us to leave no stone unturned in order to get to the bottom of this ugly incident. But I assure you that we will find your son.
Please do all you can. Because it took me 9 years to have that boy. I broke up my first marriage and remarried before I finally had that boy. If anything ever happens to him, I'll die.
Well, the kidnappers left a videotape, a recorded videotape. It's in the custody of my boys now. We shall look at it and analyze it. I'm sure it's going to give us useful clues as to who is behind this dastardly act.
Please do all you can, Commissioner.
I'll put my best men on the job. And they won't sleep until your boy is found.
Support! Sir!
I want you to put police protection, 24-hour police protection on this house. Beef up security to 30.
Yes, sir.
Your Excellency.
بدك تطولي بالك لحد لازم نساعد بعض لحتى نعرف كيف بدنا نجيب.
ليك صار؟
بدك تطولي بالك.
ليه؟
بدك تطولي بالك.
يا الله.
خلص روقي خلص. ليه؟ بدنا نجيبك بإذن الله برجع. إن شاء الله.
As I speak to you now, the only son of the ambassador is in our custody, in a nameless place deep in the African jungle. So don't even try to find us. I want to warn you that we are not petty thieves. Neither are we a band of ragtag, irresponsible Indian hemp smokers. We are educated men, and our methods are sophisticated. And until our demands are met, we will continue to monitor every move made by the police. Now these are our demands. 1. The immediate and unconditional release of billionaire businessman Jude Johnson and all documents of his frozen accounts and confiscated property released to him. He will then be flown to Switzerland or $400,000 US. The number of this account will be given in due course. Now, if you fail to comply with our demand, the only son of the ambassador will die. I'm giving you 7 days to comply. 7 days. Or the little one is going to die. Don't bother to contact us, because we are always behind you. We will contact you. Get up.
So that is who they are. Followers of fraudster Jude Johnson pressing for his release.
They know damn well that the president will not endorse his release. So why waste their time holding an innocent little boy?
It has become a diplomatic issue. If we do not meet their demands, it will strain diplomatic relations between Nigeria and the ambassador and his government.
This is crazy. Why won't the son of a foreign diplomat over a domestic issue he knows nothing about?
That's their aim, sir. That's their aim. To hit us where it hurts the most. Attract international attention and then become heroes in the eyes of their bosses.
Gentlemen, now we know where to begin our investigations. Jude Johnson must be brought out of Kirikiri immediately for an intense question. He and he alone can give us the clue as to where those miscreants are hiding. We must crack them down before they have time to enjoy this little victory. Superintendent, sir, I am putting you directly in charge of the investigations. You will report directly to me or through ACP Ian or ACP John Thomas here. I want you to commence work immediately.
Sir.
I want you to guard this investigation closely. Keep it close to your heart. I do not want any leaks. I do not want any mistakes. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
What results?
Yes, sir.
Dismissed. Yeah. The IG has personally told me that the presidency is interested in this matter.
So remember, always support your hand.
Beautiful nonsense.
Wow.
I'm over.
That's good. Can you be that?
That was great.
Woo! Thanks.
Great, man. I'm over.
You improve every day with the gun, Nikita.
Really?
Proud of you, huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm going into town now.
Right, man.
I want you to take charge of the car while I'm away.
Has Osprey contacted you?
Yeah, he just sent an email now.
They're moving your father from Kirikiri to Force Headquarters and questioning today.
Yes, very good. Very good. So we ambush them and free him. They won't be expecting us, you know.
No, not like that, Nikki. It's not going to be that easy. We're going to lose a lot.
Lose? My father will be so glad to be free. That was why I used all the money in my account to recruit you guys. The best gunmen I could find.
Yeah. Look at it like this, Nikki. Of what use is a free man without money? Money is everything, okay? With the boy in our custody, the government will be forced to meet our demands. So your father has his freedom, he also has his money back. And we also smile to the banks with some dollars.
Oh, Pete, I love you.
Yeah.
And to think you're doing all this for me after the way I treated you on campus breaks my heart.
Don't worry. There'll be plenty of time to talk about that, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so you take charge of the camp,
Okay,
right?
you take care.
Danny!
Yes, boss.
Let's go.
Adam, my instruction was for you and Jethro to sit with the little boy. Talk kindly with him. Play with him if possible. But only do not allow him out of your sight for 1 second. Jeez. I didn't ask you to blindfold him or stand frowning at him as if you've captured Saddam and scare the little boy with your guns.
Miss, the boy is a hostage. And no hostage is treated differently, boy or man.
Remove the blindfold.
Pete won't like that. Once you take away the blindfold, the boy can recognize us in future. He can memorize our faces and identify us in future. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Adam, he's just a little boy. Don't be so hard on him. I said remove the blindfold.
Remove his blindfold.
Hello, love. How are you? Don't be afraid of me, alright? Alright. My name is...
No! Don't do that! That'll be a mistake. You don't have to tell him your name.
Next time, you don't scream so loud. Alright? And you, give him a bath. Comb his hair. And afterwards, bring him to me. Yeah, you must remember one thing. The aim is to free my father. And not to punish that little boy. I've got little ones like him aboard, and I wouldn't want them to be maltreated. Do you understand me?
No problem.
Oh. I'll see you later, honey. Alright? Good boy. Nonsense.
Cover the blindfold.
Except the usual security. He's somewhere around keeping watch.
You don't trust me.
I can never trust any policeman.
You are paying me well. Why will I betray you?
Look, you know how much I hate questions. Let's get to business. Where is the boss?
Back in Guri. The interrogation was brief and fast. As soon as we established that he did not know your location, we sent him back to Kirikiri.
Good. I want you to hand this over to the police commissioner. Put it in a place where he'll see it. Be careful to wipe your fingerprint on it. As soon as he gets it, send me an email.
Will that be all?
That will be all. $5,000. You'll get the rest later.
Welcome, boss. Welcome, boss.
Yeah. Where's Nikita?
Nikki went for a stroll. He went along with the kid.
Huh? She what?
You know Nikki boss, we tried to stop her steps. But she said no boy was going to make her treat a little boy bad, boss.
And so you let her go? Just like that? What if something happens to her?
She took a pistol with her.
She took a pistol!
Took a pistol?
That's what you're trained to do? Look at all of you. 5 men, you couldn't stop her. Just pray. Pray to the devil that I find her boy, or you will regret the day you were born. She took a pistol.
Daffy, go inside to take some liquor ganja.
Picnic, man. No babe's gonna make no man slap my ass around here, man.
Girl is so stubborn, man.
Man, I got smoke, man.
That's how Ismaila got married to the prince. You know, when I was much younger, my father used to call me the princess. He said I was going to get married to a prince someday. Do you like the story? You like it? Okay, what should I tell you now? Why do you like the tortoise? He is a very cunning animal. Alright, I'll tell you that, yeah?
Haven't forgotten what I taught you, right?
I would have shot you, you know.
Alright, go ahead, shoot. Shoot.
I was worried about you. What took you so long?
Well, we have to be really careful, you know. We have to make sure that man has not betrayed us. But everything went well.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Ain't you gonna sit with Kasim and me? Huh?
Yes, hello. I believe I'm on to the State Commissioner of Police.
Who is this?
My name is Bede. I paid a visit to your office this morning. And I dropped a message just by your door. So if you open the door of your office now, you will see my message there. I will keep in touch.
Hey, doctor. So much arrogance. He feels so invincible to himself. Imagine the bastard, the irritant.
Calm down, sir.
Calm down.
We soon nail him.
Nail him indeed. Super Greg.
Sir.
How did this tape get into my office?
Sir, you haven't told me, sir.
The idiot. The idiot has my private telephone number. So he calls me on the phone. And he tells me that he has paid a visit to my office this morning and that he left this tape at the front door. This very front Now that is a slap to the face. That is a slap to my face. That is a slap to the face of the Nigerian police force.
My wife's guess is that he's working with an insider. There must be a role in this headquarters working closely with him.
My job is on the line. The Inspector General of Police called me. He has given me 3 days. 3 days to crack this case and bring those renegades to book. Or shoot them, or lose my job.
If someone can come in here, drop a tape, and go back to base so quickly, it means that their base is not far. It must be near.
Good idea. Subodreg. So, I want you to search every inch of this town. Swamp, river, jungle, forest, everywhere. I want everywhere within a 50-mile radius searched and combed. And I want the results on my table within 24 hours.
Yes, sir.
Superintendent,
Sir.
I want results. As for that bid, if you can capture him alive, I'll be glad. But if shooting him becomes your only option, then shoot the bastard.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, I want every intelligence report on this bid uncovered. I want to know who he is, what he does. Did he go to school? What school? Does he have a mother? Does he have 2 fathers? Does he have a criminal record? I want to know, and I want the results on my table today.
Yes, sir.
Before nightfall. Officers?
Sir.
This has become a national issue. And your jobs depend on it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are dismissed.
Sir.
So, this is the kidnapper, Bede, with his mask on. This is an artist's impression of him without the mask. So he probably looks like this, or any one of these pictures with this guy. He has a beard here, and this one he has spectacles on, the beard. That is the pictures, those are the sketches, the artistic impressions from the police.
So this is him?
Yeah. So we have circulated all the sketches to all our police stations and police posts all over the country. Only this afternoon, this came in from Eckert. They had it in their records. It's a passport photograph of Bede. They also sent in a file that has given us very useful information that could lead to the arrest of the kidnappers.
Officer, is my son okay? Any news about him?
Well, little Kazim is as fine as he can be within the circumstances.
I want to know how safe my son is. Tell me about this bit.
He was a very bad boy in his university days. He led a band of outlaws, a gang that referred to themselves as the intelligentsia.
They were into all sorts of atrocities, all kinds of vices, including the procurement of marijuana, stealing of office files and computers, distribution of hard drugs like cocaine, all sorts of things. He studied philosophy. In his final year in the university, he led a gang that kidnapped the vice chancellor to protest his rustication for certificate forgery. The police waded in. The boys were arrested, including Bede. He was jailed for 5 years. On his release, he ran a gambling casino and he became a martial arts instructor. He has no children, no wife, both parents are dead. He has no known relatives. The only known personal thing about Bede is that he was in love with this girl, the same girl for whom he was rusticated for certificate forgery.
How much do the police know about the girl? Don't you think if she is found, she may provide useful information to where he may likely be?
They broke up after the forgery scam. From all indications, she has since left the country. But our investigations reveal that he really loved this girl. I mean, he loved this girl so much, so deeply that he could do anything for her, even die for her.
Honey, if he's capable of loving a woman, then he might not be able to hurt a child.
Please, officer, find him quickly. We need Kazim back in this house.
I assure you, Your Excellency, we shall leave no stone unturned. Tomorrow morning, we begin a massive and thorough search of hotels, private houses, and forests within a 50 radius of this city. Within a few days, my men will catch him.
Yes, Alpha to informant. Everything clear?
Security alert! Security alert! Hunt begins today. You need to move now. Repeat, move now.
Thank you, informant. Message appreciated. Note taking. Alpha to informant. Are you still there? Reply.
Informer to Alpha. I am still here.
What is estimated arrival time of such party? Over.
1 day, 2 days. Search will be slow, thorough, and very secretive. Over.
Thank you. Message appreciated. Send me the house address of the police commissioner via email on my laptop right now. Over.
Informer to Alpha. Will do immediately. Over and out.
Good day. Please, we would like to see your manager.
Hello, sir. Some policemen are here to see, sir. Okay, sir.
What's going on here?
Good day, Master Manager.
Good day, you're welcome. Can I help you?
We have a search warrant to search house.
I see.
We'd like to see your guest list. Their names, occupation,
addresses, and even their vehicle numbers.
You don't have any problem. Eunice,
sir,
bring me the guest record.
Okay, sir.
Officers, go out there, pick more men, go to the rooms, search the rooms thoroughly. Don't leave anything suspicious, be it human being or anything. Now, move. So, have you not heard about the kidnap of the ambassador's son?
Oh, the news has been everywhere.
Okay. This is the kidnapper.
What?
Have you maybe seen him around here or anywhere else?
Not at all.
Are you?
No, sir.
Well, we have photocopied a picture. We would like to paste one at the reception in case any of your staff spots him. Officers!
All right.
Move! Move! My friend, move very much! Please, you can't move very much! I am never to forget better! Move!
Hi. Is this the residence of the State Commissioner of Police?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I'm actually the wife's cousin. So tell her that Angelina is here. Alright?
Angelina?
Angelina, yeah.
It's alright.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Yes, could you come? Please, could you give me a hand with this?
Women with their problems.
It's pretty heavy. It's a whole box of clothes I got for her for my trip. Can you tell her in case she's too busy to speak?
Who is that?
Madam, it's John. You have a letter, madam.
John, who is the letter?
I am the letter. But I hate your husband more. Now you tell him, whenever he comes back here, that I was here in his house. And if he doubts you, show him the dead body of this monkey here. Such a lovely and tender child. Can you tell your husband that if by tomorrow the man hunt for me and my men is not called off, nobody, and I repeat, nobody in this family will be safe anymore. In the marketplace, at school, anywhere, even in the church. You tell your daddy when he comes back that a man called Dede was in his house. You tell him? Fine girl. Now get up, all of you! Get up! I want every telephone handset in this house, national passports. Show me where to disconnect the landline. Now, come on, move. Back here. My name is Bede.
Bede?
I told you I have my eyes on you.
Bede, listen to me. We are arranging your money, okay? Just give us some more time and we will meet all your conditions.
Look, I can shoot you from where I am now. I can kill you from here now.
Give us 1 week. Give us 1 week. Just 1 more week and we will meet all your conditions, okay?
Bullshit. Rubbish. You're talking nonsense.
Dude, hello? Pull over. Park the car. Park it. Just called. A bastard just called me now. Says he has his eyes on me. Look,
Search all the buildings within the vicinity. Search all of them. He must be around somewhere. Sir, move it now. You come here. You go that way. I'll be fast about it. House. Reinforcements. Listen to me, John. People like Bede has been made to face the full arm of God. Do you understand me?
He can't, John.
Listen to me. Tomorrow, I'm putting all of you on the next available flight. You
to going to London. My work must continue.
He took our passports. He took them. He killed John. He killed him.
I saw him.
He threatened to kill my children. He said he'll kill Prince Kalanet.
No.
If you don't drop this case, even if we go abroad, honey, what life? You don't understand. I can't live it.
Sorry, my baby. Don't worry. Take it easy, Kaka. Take it easy.
Hands up.
Stop.
Wait.
Stop.
Call out the search. We call the men back to base.
Sir?
Call off the manhunt for Bede with immediate effect. It's orders from above.
But sir, my men got reports that he has a hideout somewhere in the bush. They feel they're close to him. A day or two more, we may have him, sir.
Did you hear about my house?
I heard, sir. That's why I came to see you. I hope nobody's hurt besides John.
He killed John and threatened my wife and my family in my house. That is why I want this hunt called off for now. You must understand so that we can buy time and change our strategies.
I understand, sir.
Send out the signals immediately.
What is your name?
Kena, sir.
What did you do? Okay, you are not just start smoking anymore, eh?
Yes, sir.
Good. And you? What did you do?
Well, I didn't do anything. They can't even come here.
You look like a criminal. Not do anything. Are you here? What did you do?
They said, I found the fake oil in my house.
They said. So you didn't, there wasn't some fake data in your house, eh? Are you not a woman? Are you not a mother?
I'm a mother, I'm not doing so.
Segun?
Yes, sir.
These are small-time crooks and petty criminals. I don't seem to see anybody like Bede or any of his people are amongst the suspects.
I'm sorry of you, sir. What do we do with them?
Hand them over to Inspector James. If there are evidences that we can use to nail them, fine. Otherwise, set them free.
Okay, sir. We hand over to Inspector James.
Yes, sir.
So it's something with you. When you fight, you fight like right
Oh my God.
What do you want in this house? What do you want? Huh? I said, what do you want?
Good afternoon, Dad. Good afternoon, Mom.
Good afternoon.
Look, I have told you that you are not welcome in this house. I have disowned you as a son.
Honey, let him in. He's still our son. Our only son.
What son? I have no son. Look, I have disowned you as a son. Now get out.
I've not come to beg you to be my father. I've only come to deliver a message from my boss. My entire group owe their lives to you for your help and your information. You've been very helpful to us, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Can I sit down, Dad? Dad, you're supposed to be my friend. You don't go back over me, Dad. Hey, Dad, we look alike. I look like you, Dad. Dad, you said you hate me. You said you disowned me. But you started helping Bede when you found out I was part of his gang. And you can't bear to see me shot or arrested, isn't it, Dad?
Get out. I said get out.
Get out! Accept it, Dad. Accept it. You still love me, don't you? You still love me, Dad? You still love this your only prodigal son?
Son, it's enough. Please, could you go and leave us alone? Your father is dying in his conscience for helping you against his country, against his work. His work he devoted all his life for.
Sent me with this money, $5,000. It's for you. In appreciation of your help, your information, everything you've done for my group. That you accept it and be good.
You sent for me. Have you found my son?
Your Excellency, no, we haven't found your son, but we have intelligence report that your son is being held somewhere in the Iju forest.
I was told that you called off the hunt for the kidnappers of my son. Is this true?
Yes, I did. We had to. It is part of police strategy. We need the suspects to be under no pressure whatsoever to run, change location, or harm the boy, while we on our part tighten the noose around their necks in readiness for strike.
I will have no such talk of police strategy. My son is in danger. Each day wasted on strategy further endangers his life. I trusted you, I believed in you. But it seems that neither you nor your forces are willing to end up this ordeal quickly. Do you want me to pick up arms and go to rescue my son myself?
Your Excellency, we must be very careful here. We are dealing with a bunch of ruthless, very intelligent criminals. And the kidnappers have threatened to harm the boy if the search is not called off.
Threatened? The search was supposed to be a blanket operation, an exclusive information. How did they know about the search?
Your Excellency, we are investigating the possible presence of a mole within our ranks.
An informer? I see. Well, I will call the President and Inspector General of Police. But it seems you are incapable of handling matters here.
Your Excellency, I'll have you know that I'm in close touch with the Inspector General. He understands and duly appreciates the handicap that we are going through. I can assure you again, Your Excellency, that your son will be rescued in due time.
You can go now.
Thank you.
Start to bring our son home. I'm going to search I can see him myself. I've lost patience with the police.
You are just one man. What can you do against a gang of child kidnappers? Only God knows how many they are. Cassie is already in danger. And we'll console each other every day. Tell me, how will I be consoled when you get into danger? Left here without the man I love so much. And without the son I cherish so much.
Have some tin for me. Canned fish. Toothpaste and other necessities. My mind is made up. Wherever my son is, I know he needs me.
Do you want to die? Answer me! Do you want to die?
Before I joined the diplomatic corps, I was a soldier. A real combatant who fought on the streets of Beirut in the mountains of Lebanon. Besides, I'm a dead man. A man without a child is a dead man. They took away my life the same day they took away my son. My only son, you know.